Thanks for staying with us for TV5 News at 9. An important topic we are talking about today, and that is your credit. Joining us this morning are Derek Lewis and Kamelia Knox from Financial Plus Credit Union. We appreciate you being here. We want to even start with talking about, really what credit is and why it is so important and really how it impacts us.
Well, credit is the ability to be able to borrow money from a financial institution with the promise that you will pay back with interest added. Credit is so very important because in life, if you do not have funds to purchase a home right out front, if you don't have the funds to purchase an automobile, you want to be able to go to a financial institution and be able to borrow funds. I know 20 years ago when I started my job at Financial Plus, my credit was contingent on employment. That might not be the case today, but even if you're thinking about getting an apartment, you have to be able to apply for credit to be able to get that apartment. So credit is so very important. A lot of us have children that maybe have to go off to college, and they need those funds. If you don't have those funds right out, you want to be able to go apply for credit.
Really interesting. And what are the main factors really that influence a person's score?
Yeah, so there's 5 key factors that influence your credit score. First and foremost is probably the one that seems like the most common sense, and that's simply payment history, right? Okay. Are you making your payment on time, yes or no? So obviously we know you want to make that payment on time every single month.
Or early.
Or early, yeah, if you can do it early, right? And if you miss that payment, it's a late payment, that's 35% of what goes into your credit score is simply your payment history.
I didn't know that.
So over a third. Secondly is one that not a lot of people realize, that's credit utilization. So the amount of balance you carry on your credit card. So we look at the balance compared to the limit, and if that balance is 50% or higher than what your limit is, it can actually hurt your credit. So we really recommend people, if possible, keep your credit cards at least 30% or less as far as the balance compared to your credit limit. Other factors, a little bit smaller factors, are the type of credit mix that you have, so like an auto loan versus a mortgage, the length of credit history. Typically the longer time that you've been making payments, as long as they're current, right, the stronger your credit can be. And then also inquiries. You don't want to go pulling your credit all the time. If you have your credit pulled, you're applying for a loan, if you do that a lot within a short period of time, it can actually hurt your score. When you're having your credit pulled, it takes it down sometimes 3, 4, even 6 or 7 points at a time. And so you really want to make sure that you're only applying for credit when you need to.
And you mentioned auto, home. Is it better to have all of, different factors that, you might be paying a retail credit card and then you might have...
Yeah, it is. So typically the more variety that you have, so like the larger credit mix, a home and a car and a credit card, as long as you've been paying that current, it shows the lender that you're responsible with a variety of different options, right? Not just a credit card. So someone that has maybe the car, the home, the credit card as a student loan versus someone that just has a credit card, as long as they've been paying them current, typically their score is going to be a little bit higher because there's a little bit more history there that they can show.
Very interesting. Yeah. Kamelia, what are some of the common mistakes that people make when it comes to, boosting a credit score and maintaining one?
Some of the common mistakes that people make is escalation. Sometimes people want to get everything overnight. And they should pace themselves because sometimes you don't know what you can handle if you get everything overnight. So if you get your home, you may not have to furnish it fully right when you get it. Get the home, take your time, make sure you can handle the payment. And then after a certain period of time, after you see you can handle those payments, okay, now we want to do remodeling. Now we want to furnish the home. As far as some mistakes that people make with their credit is, if you get into a bind, do not avoid your creditor. Always keep in contact with them. You always want to be in a good position where you can always go back. So if I have an individual as a loan officer who have been making payments, they come into a problem in life and they maybe start making slow payments, but they're always reaching out and saying, this is the reason why I'm making slow payments. In life, we never know what can happen. You could lose a loved one overnight and may not have the funds to even pay for the funeral services. So if they come to me and say, hey, I've been making late payments, but overall I'm seeing that they're making payments, when they come back to us, we'll try to help out and try to assist. So never avoid your creditors if you come into any problems.
That's good.
That's great advice. Well, also, how do we even check our score? How do we go about doing that to know where we stand? And then also, I guess, how often should we be checking that score?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, it's very important that you're checking it, right? So that you can know where, like you said, where you stand. There's different ways that you can check it. There's different online resources. Most financial institutions will also offer some sort of program or platform. At Financial Plus Credit Union, we have a program called Array. It's built right into our online banking through the mobile app. It allows our members to check their score at any time. So they can quickly log in, see what their credit score is. They can view their payment history. We even have a simulation where they can run different scenarios to see how that might impact their credit. So if they're thinking about applying for a new loan or closing out a credit card, or God forbid if a payment was late, they can kind of run through that scenario, see exactly or an estimate of how that'll impact their credit before it actually happens.
And that itself, watching that score, does not impact our credit.
Correct, yes. So using a service like that is what's called a soft inquiry. That one does not hurt your score. So you can check it multiple times. You asked about frequency. You know, at a bare minimum, we recommend that people are checking their score at least once a year.
Okay.
But I would say as often as you possibly can. I mean, some people might do it daily. There's some people, yeah, at least monthly. But think of it like your health, like a health checkup. Right? You want to see how you're doing health-wise. Your credit score is very important to your financial health. And so the more that you can monitor that, stay on top of it, you can make sure that payments are being applied correctly, that there's no errors. Also avoiding fraud and maybe catching signs of fraud or identity theft before they happen.
If you see a big change that doesn't make any sense.
Yep, then reach out to your lender or the credit bureau and find out what's going on.
All right, now for people looking to build for credit for the first time even, or improve, are there resources or opportunities? I don't know if Financial Plus Credit Union offers to help. How does that work?
Yes, so at Financial Plus, we have many different services to help to help individuals to build their credit for the first time. We have what's called a first-time auto buyer program. That is for individuals that's 18 years or older. You just have to have 6 months on your job, be able to prove your income. It is certain stipulations that apply, but it used to be if you were brand new on a job, you had no credit history, you had to go get a co-signer along to help you to be able to get that vehicle. We are empowering our young people and allowing them to be able to get a vehicle in just their name only at the age of 18 with 6 months on the job. We do have financial counselors, certified financial counselors that will help them to make sure that they're able to make their payments, be able to manage their funds. We also have a credit builder loan, and what the credit builder loan is, Financial Plus will put $1,000 on hold in their account. We'll report it to their credit reporting agency. They will make payments to that loan, so they don't have to bring the funds up front. Financial Plus will put the funds on hold in their account, report it to the credit report. As they make payments, those funds will come back available to them again. So it's kind of like a savings account at the end. They'll get that money minus the interest that they paid. We also have a Fresh Start program where we'll help you consolidate all of your unsecured debt into one low monthly payment. We have so many different services. They can contact www.myfpcu.com. They can go to any one of our branches or call any one of our branches as well.
Oh, it's neat to see so many options for us as we all learn about this.
Absolutely.
And we want to make sure too that you can get in touch. Go to hot links at the top of WNEM.com, and that will get you to the website as well. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you
you
for having us.